What's the point in air rolling? Sure, it looks cool, but does it actually allow you to control the ball better? Or does it make no difference at all? Well, that's exactly what we're about to find out. In this video, we'll closely analyze air roll in Rocket League Sideswipe, looking at how it affects major aspects of aerials, including car control and ball control. And hopefully answer the question, what does air roll even do? The first claim we're going to look at is that air rolling during air dribbles gives you lighter touches on the ball. When I started playing Sideswipe, I honestly just assumed this was the case. It just made total sense that if you air roll while you're air dribbling, it just gives you more control. And judging by my comment section, I think many people still think this. So in this video, we're going to test that out and find out the truth. We'll test it out two ways, first with a ground test and then with an aerial test. For the ground test, I placed the ball in the corner, tapped it lightly up the wall, and then from a stationary position, jumped and hit the ball in the middle to see how much power we generated. As you can see, there really isn't any difference at all between an air rolling hit and a normal hit. The ball goes exactly the same distance away from the car, so this one's really conclusive, there's no difference. But how about when aerialing? Well, this one is harder to test, but I think it's still conclusive. As you can see, when we're directly under the ball while air rolling, we get hits that go about this far from the car. And when not air rolling, this far. And when you compare the two, they're identical. So in conclusion, air rolling does not give you lighter touches on the ball. This is a total myth. This one is something that I also totally assumed was the case when I started playing Sideswipe. I thought that your car's turning speed was slightly reduced when air rolling, which led to better ball control during air dribbles. So let's take to the skies and test this one out too. In this test, I just flew straight up, and then on the count of 3, I aimed directly left on my joystick, then aimed directly right, and I compared the turning rate of both air rolling and not air rolling. And this one I was really surprised at. The clips, again, just look identical. The arrow indicating my joystick movement on both clips is the same, and the arrow indicating the car's movement, also the same. The car turns both left and right at the same speed, regardless of whether you're air rolling or not. So in conclusion, air rolling does not give you better car control. It doesn't affect it at all. This one claims that when flipping into the ball while air rolling, you get more flip resets than if you flip while not air rolling. So this was a really interesting test to do, and I promise you're about to learn something. To test this one, I just looked at both air roll and non-air roll flips in super slow motion, which taught me that the two most important things to understand are the distance from the ball when flipping, and whether you're facing upside down or right way up when you flip. Let me explain. Here's a regular air roll flip slowed down. It starts with this spinning motion just before the flip, and then as soon as you press flip, the car flips forward like this and then levels out. As you guys know, the only time you can get a flip reset is when the bottom of your car is facing the ball. And the only time that happens during the air roll flip we just looked at is right here. However, and this is really important, you'll notice that when we started our flip, we were upside down. And from that upside down position, our car flipped backwards, putting the bottom of the car towards the ball. Compare that to an air roll flip when facing the right way up, and you'll see that the bottom of the car never actually faces the ball throughout the entire flip. Meaning you can't get a flip reset on this one if the ball's in front of you. Compare that to non-air roll flips and you'll see that the upside down flips are the same, facing the ball right at the start of the flip. Whereas right way up flips do face the ball, but it's right at the end of the flip. So as you can see, the key factor is actually which direction your car is facing when you start your flip. If you're facing upside down, you'll need to flip about this distance from the ball to get the reset. And if you're facing right way up, you'll need to flip this distance, much further back. So in conclusion, air roll flips themselves don't give you more flip resets. Upside down flips do. The main reason being that flipping close to the ball happens way more often in game than flipping far from the ball. And if you just hold air roll and spam jump, you'll probably get a reset. These last two I've grouped together because they're both super easy to test and we can test them together. All we need to do is turn off unlimited boost in free play, then while air rolling, boost from the ground up to the ceiling and fall all the way back. Then do the same while not air rolling, and compare the two. As you can see, they're identical. There's no difference between them at all. So in conclusion, no, air rolling does not use less boost, and it does not reduce or increase falling speed, or boosting speed. So now we're left with the question, well, if air roll doesn't help with car control or ball control, what does it even do? Well, after all of my research and investigation, I've discovered that air roll rolls your car. That's it, guys. If you want to roll your car from this position to that position, use air roll. But that's enough from me. What do you guys think? Are you finally convinced that air rolling is more for your own self-esteem than for any practical purpose? Or are you going to argue in the comments that it definitely helps with aerial control and you're going to keep doing it? Let me know down in the comments. And if you need more help with Sideswipe, check out some of my other videos on the game. And if you want to join the Mogz Discord server, come do that. The link's on screen and in the video description. And like the video if you liked it, dislike it if not. Subscribe for more videos like this, as well as a whole bunch of other Rocket League and Rocket League Sideswipe content. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.